pretty interesting. We have the crude oil at $83.55 per barrel, Brent $84 per barrel, and the gold $1,788 per barrel. But let me bring to the show Philip Streible, Senior Market Analyst, Blue Line Futures. Good morning, Phil, and thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Phil, I just wanted to focus very quickly on what Biden is about to announce, which is, of course, a tougher regulations on methane emissions. And, of course, we also have to consider Biden administration's climate agenda, which is pretty ambitious, I shall say. Do you think that there is going to be a long-term impact on crude oil and energy stocks in regards to this ambitious climate agenda?
Yeah, the current administration, what they're trying to do is impose these regulations. And what it'll do is it'll prevent the U.S. from expanding their oil production. Currently, right now, we're about 11.3 million barrels per day. We were back up at about 13.5 million barrels per day. What this will do is it'll hold an underlying bid below crude oil prices. I don't see us going back below $80 anytime soon, and gas prices should accelerate from here.
I was wondering, what are your targets until the end of the year when it comes to the WTI and the Brent?
So on WTI, we should hit about $90, Brent crude about $95. We also anticipate that gasoline prices will continue to accelerate higher.
Do you expect higher spreads between the WTI and the Brent?
Not necessarily, because over in Europe, they're continuing to expand their production, especially in the Middle East, where the U.S., our production is completely capped. There's no infrastructure spending within the gas and in the oil sector. So we're going to see strained supplies in the U.S. We'll see expansion over in the Middle East, but they're selling most of their oil to China.
On the other side, I just wanted to remind everyone that OPEC pumped 27.50 million barrels per day in October, the survey found, and this is pretty interesting because it looks like that the OPEC plus countries are going with their structural increase of crude oil output. So do you think that the OPEC plus at this point is going to be, how can I say, the major booster when it comes to crude oil prices, or there are also other things that we have to observe?
Well, what was shocking was that in October they produced less oil than they did in September. So they're completely disregarding any kind of energy need with the higher prices. They're taking complete advantage of it right now. They're going to continue to do this until something's done.
What about the gold prices? I just wanted to show you very quickly. So far off about 0.3%, 1,787. What is going to be the major driver until the end of the year, considering also the central bank's monetary policy?
Two major events this week. You've got the FOMC meeting on Wednesday, and then also you have the jobs number on Thursday. What that'll do is it'll steepen the yield curve. That should put pressure on it. So I think any rally above 1,800, you have to be short or out of the gold market. Unfortunately, it's taken silver down with it, which is down 50 cents an ounce right now.
And what are your expectations from the Fed meeting tomorrow? Do you think they're going to announce anything that might be relevant, which is, for example, the beginning of tapering, or not yet? Because you just mentioned that, by the way, we're going to see the non-farm payrolls on Friday.
Absolutely, they're going to taper. So it's going to be about 15 billion per week, and they're going to start to pull that off. By June, they'll be done with it. 2 interest rate hikes next year for the following year. A lot of headwinds for gold and for the metals markets.
Thank you very much, Philip Streible, Blue Line Futures. Thank you for joining us, and have a great day ahead.
You too. Thank you.